Yeah.
Good afternoon, folks. How are we doing? Good. How many of you have enjoyed our 1920s week? A few of you. Good. All right. Awesome. Nice. Well, we're capping it off today in a just spectacular way. Super excited to welcome the Hotel Paradise Orchestra. Put your hands together for these lovely people.
One, two, three, four. Steve Scheinberg on the saxophone. All right. Right. Well, good afternoon. We are the Hotel Paradise Orchestra, and we're going to bring to you some music of the 1920s and 30s. That first number was a tune called Zulu Whale, written by a great composer and arranger by the name of Frank Skinner, featured on trombone Mr. Jarrett Denhart, and Mr. Steve Scheinberg on the tenor saxophone. Yeah. Little introduction to what style of music we're going to be playing for the next about 55 minutes or so. Um, so we play music that was primarily written during that time period, and we play it in that style, uh, and by the same type of instrumentation that was used during that time. Bands that were made up with 3 saxophones, 2 trumpets, 2 trombones, a couple violins, piano, bass, and drums. And very popular. One of the most popular groups at that time, of course, that we all know was uh, the Paul Whiteman Orchestra. And there were some great composers who were writing music at that time: Duke Ellington, U.B. Blake, and one composer in particular, a guy by the name of Jelly Roll Morton. Jelly Roll Morton was from Louisiana, came up to Chicago, formed a group called the Red Hot Peppers. And we're going to play one of the pieces that he wrote. He actually started as a pianist, and he was always claimed to be the inventor or father of jazz. There was a lot of, a lot of people who were involved with it, but he was quite a showman. And I think you'll enjoy this. This is a Dixieland type of piece that was popular early 1920s. It's played by the Red Hot Peppers. This is called Milenberg Joys um, by Jelly Roll Morton. Here we go. Right, John Mathis on the trumpet back there. A little bit of Milenberg Joys. Yeah, lots of fun, lots of great music, Dixieland music. One of the composers we're going to touch on today, great American composer by the name of Cole Porter. And of course, he just wrote so many great tunes for the theater, many popular tunes. We're going to play probably one of his most popular pieces. It's a piece called Begin the Begin. Now, most people know this tune and the arrangement as done by Artie Shaw. And Artie Shaw took that tune and he made it into a really great swing arrangement with himself playing clarinet on it. But originally, it's in the form of a begin. Now, a begin is a nice Latin type of dance. And Cole Porter had been visiting the South Seas and listening to that type of music down there when he got the idea for the tune, Begin the Begin, and set it down the paper. And so our arrangement, it sort of goes back to what the begin is all about. So we're going to play it, and you'll notice, like all begins, and dancing, tangos, which are very romantic type of dances. It starts off softly, builds and builds and builds and builds to a huge climax, and then goes away nice and soft, and then surprises you at the end. And that's how we're going to do this arrangement. This is our version of Begin to Begin, and it'll feature our wonderful violin section here, John and Brenda. Here we go. Begin the Begin. John and Brenda on the violins. Excellent playing. Oh, take a bow. Wonderful. Yeah. Did that take you down to the South Islands there? Whew. I know with all the heat we've been having lately, it's felt like it. Wow. Well, you know, every great band has to have a great vocalist. I wish we had one. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We actually have a phenomenal vocalist. Not a great vocalist, a phenomenal one. And I'd like to bring her out here right now, Janet Paulson. There she is.
Thank you, Yari, I think. By the way, everybody, you know what? The orchestra, let's hear it for the orchestra right now. Aren't they fabulous? Also, if I can just say, too, you know, Yari is always up here conducting, and I like to say, you know, he's our musical director. He's our conductor, but a lot of the times he does the arranging. So Yari Villanueva, everybody, a big round of applause. And before I forget, Yari, we wouldn't all be here except for this one person, because he founded the Hotel Paradise Orchestra down in Virginia. Everybody, Lynn Summerall's with us today. He's our founder of the Hotel Paradise Orchestra. There he is, right there. Thank you, Lynn. You guys feel like swinging? You know, because in the 30s, we started swinging a little bit more, right? Like, so let's do a song that was made famous by Ella. How about that? Okay.
One, two, three, and...
A tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I sent a letter to my mommy, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it. I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket. She was trucking on down the avenue without a single thing to do. She went peck, peck, pecking all around. When she spied it on the ground, she took it. She took it. She took my yellow basket. And if she doesn't bring it back, I think that I will die. A tisket, a tasket, I lost my yellow basket. Won't somebody help me find it and make me happy again? Oh dear, I wonder where my basket can be. Oh geez, I wish that little girl I could see. Monty, is she over there in the corner? Oh, I was so careless with that basket of mine. That itty bitty basket was a joy of mine. A tisket, a tasket, I lost my yellow basket. Won't somebody help me find it and make me happy again, again? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Are you kidding me? No, just a little yellow basket. A little yellow basket. Thank you, everybody. The Hotel Paradise Orchestra. Thank you, guys. You did a great backup today for me. Thank you. So are we going to sing another song? Should I sing another song? Should I sing one of my all-time favorite Gershwin tunes? No, that's not what it is. Never mind. I'm taking it back. No, I'm not going to sing that. I'm going to sing that later. I didn't have my program in front of me. No, but I love this next song, all kidding aside. You know what? As a matter of fact, I have to tell you something. The song I'm about to sing, it's called It Had to Be You, but it had a birthday this year in May. And the birthday was, it was 100 years old since it was written. Isn't that nice? So I'd love to sing it for you today.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It had to be It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, or even be sad, just to be glad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do, 'cause nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, woo, I love you still. It had to be you, oh wonderful you, it had to be you. To be you. Woo, it had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, or even be sad, just to be glad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do, 'cause nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, woo, I love you still. It had to be you, a wonderful you. It had to be you. Thank you.
Janet Paulson, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Janet. Really wonderful. She'll be back before the end of this our show this afternoon. Also, let me recognize Mr. Johnny Mathis on the trumpet back there, great solo, and Mr. Jarrett Denhart on the trombone, playing some very nice, tasty solos. And we're going to bring those two guys up in just a bit to really wow you. But in the meantime, we're going to go back to the 1920s, play a tune. I believe this one features our violinist here somewhere. Jonathan has been a classically trained violinist, but we're trying to get him to play like Joe Venuti or Stefan Grappelli. And so we've got a lot of recordings off to him. So he's getting there, and I think he's going to show off on this next number. This is a great 1920s tune called I'd Rather Be Blue Over You. One, two, three. right. I'd rather be blue over you. Jonathan Gorin on the violin. Yeah, Jonathan. All right. Back there, Joel McCord on the trumpet. Got a little chance to play there. And I got to also recognize our fantastic saxophone section. They get to play every once in a while. Yeah. Joe and Steve and Don. That's right. The Pep Boys. Manny, Mo, and Jack. There he is. I didn't want to say that, but since you brought it up. Okay, so now's that time that I had promised before about bringing up our great trumpet and trombone duo, two guys who have known each other since, I don't know if we should go back that far. At least college, maybe before. John Mathis and Jarrett Denhart. We all went to Peabody at the same time together and all played in the Peabody Ragtime Ensemble together. And so it's all great. The great circle of life has come back. And now we're getting older, but we're still playing the same music. It's really something. And we're going to feature Jarrett and John on a piece called Ain't Misbehaving, the great tune that Fats Swallow wrote. Louis Armstrong did a version of this. He recorded a really great version where he actually sang, and then he played this wonderful trumpet solo that all trumpet players aspire to play because it ends on a really high note. And not to make you nervous back there, John. You doing all right? Okay, we got the EMTs waiting outside for you. No, he's a terrific trumpet player. Knowing these guys now for 50-some years has been a real pleasure, a real honor to work with them. So here we go with Ain't Misbehaving. And I ain't either. Two, one, two, three, go.
No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, it's you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't go out late, don't know to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you.
Nice, Jarrett. John Mathis on the trumpet. John, stand, take a bow. And Jarrett Denhart on the vocals. Ain't misbehaving. All right. So when we think of the 1920s, of course, we think of hot music and cold gin and all that good stuff. Well, we're going to play a number now, written by Spencer Clarence. I always get this wrong. Thank you, sir. Spencer. I know he was. Stop thinking about gin, he said. Okay, I'll try. Okay. And it was recorded, Louis Armstrong did a recording of this, but we found a really nice arrangement that really gives that flavor of what the 1920s was all about. You'll really hear it in this next one, and it's called Fireworks. By the way, it's subtitled A Rhythmic Explosion. Have fun. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, lots of soloists in there. Joe McCord on the trumpet, Joe Sullivan on the clarinet, Jarrett Denhart on the trombone, the mighty trio here on the saxophones. We even had a little piano solo over there, Mark Petition. Wow, that was a real rhythmic explosion. So our next number, the arrangement is still wet from the printer. We just finished it last week, and we're going to be performing on September 13th down at Hamilton Live, which is downtown Washington, as part of the big celebration of the new sculpture that's being put in place at the National World War I Memorial. Washington, D.C., believe it or not, has never had a National World War I memorial until a few years ago. They stood up a commission in 2013, raised $50 million, and turned this unused park near the White House into the National World War I Memorial. It'll be completed with the installation of a 60-foot sculpture entitled A Soldier's Journey, which tells the story of one soldier going through the war from the beginning, leaving home, being in war, marching home, and then reuniting with his family. And so we're honored to play at the party afterwards. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And we are going to be backing up the Broadway actress and singer, Melissa Errico. She's a terrific Tony-nominated actress and has several albums to her credit. And so we've been rehearsing and rehearsing, so we decided, you know, this sounds so great with Janet singing it, so why don't we give you a little preview of what we're gonna sound like this night. So we don't have Melissa here tonight, but we have the next best thing, our own Janet Paulson. And here we go with Alexander's Ragtime Band. Here we go. A one, a two, a one, two.
Oh my honey, better hurry, let's get going. Oh my honey, ain't you going to the later man, ragged meter man? Oh my honey, let me take you to Alexander's grandstand brass band. Ain't you coming along? Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, they're the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you've never heard before. So I'll know that you want to go to war. That's just the bestest band. What am, honey lad? Come on along. Let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, the funny man, who's the leader of the band. If you care to hear that Swanee River played in ragtime, come on along, come on in here, Alexander's Ragtime Band. Come on along, let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, the funny man, who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear that Swanee River play in ragtime, come on along, come on in here, Alexander's Ragtime. Woo! Thank you guys. All right, so we're gonna bring it down a little bit, just a little bit, like a lot. I'm gonna sing a beautiful song. It's called All of Me, and a lot of times, if you go out and you hear this piece, it's kind of played up tempo. But we do a slow arrangement of it, and I have to say, remember I told you that Yari Arslo does arrangements. So he did this verse for me, and it's the most beautiful thing, and I thank you, Yari, for arranging it, because it's really pretty, the verse. And so we're going to do All of Me with the verse, but I have to also say the violins, especially Jonathan, I hope he touches your heart like he touches mine when he plays in this song. You took my kisses and all of my heart. You taught me how to care. Am I just a remnant of a one-sided love affair? All you took, I gladly gave. There's nothing left for me to save. All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Jonathan, Hotel Paradise Orchestra, everybody. Thank you, thank you.
Gershwin time?
Now it's Gershwin time. Is that okay with all of you? Okay, thank you. This happens to be one of my favorite Gershwin tunes, but unfortunately, it was the last tune that George ever wrote. He passed away after this, and then Ira finished it up with the lyrics, but I know you're going to know it, so I'm not going to tell you the title, okay? The orchestra plays first, and then I will come in and sing a verse. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
That sound good to you? Go.
2, 3.
not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay.
Janet Paulson, everyone. Janet Paulson. We're blessed to have such great talent in this band, and we're going to bring up yet another great talent. He's hidden there behind the piano, but he plays great stride piano, all kind of great stuff, and loves to introduce songs like as if we're on the radio. For example, if you're listening to WBAL in Baltimore, Maryland, broadcasting live at the Hotel Paradise, where the Hotel Paradise Band is playing, and we'd like to turn you over to our announcer, Mr. Mark Gatishin.
This is indeed WBAL, the voice of the Southland. We bring you a little something from the latest RKO picture entitled Cheek to Cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arms about you, the charms about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
The lovely sounds of the Hotel Paradise Orchestra coming to you live on WBAL Radio Baltimore, where we broadcast all the games of the International Orioles. They beat the Boston Bean Eaters yesterday 8-3. And we now turn you back live to stage, Mr. Mark Petition.
Well, time is of the essence, and we have to hurry on, but we remind you that the children are going back to school once again soon, thankfully. And here's something that you can give the children to take in their lunchbox every day, something that they'll enjoy, something that's valuable for their nutritious efforts. A pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. They can trade them at the lunch counter just like in prison. So don't forget, get the cigarette everyone likes. Go to your grocer and look for the special back-to-school display at the counter. They'll be sure to sell you some cartons in the green and gold packages of Lucky Strike cigarettes. And remember, Lucky Strike is the official cigarette of the United States Olympic team.
Thank you, Mr. Petition. Now, some music from the great composer Duke Ellington, The Mooch. Of course, this radio announcer is reading off the wrong script this evening. That's tomorrow's show. Tonight, we're going to be featuring Baltimore's own Cab Calloway, Minnie the Moocher.
Here's a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was the roughest, low-down hoochie coocher. She was the roughest and the toughest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Heidi, 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 hi. Hody, 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 ho. hi. Hi-de-ho-dee-dee-well. She hung around with a bloke named Smokey. She clung to him though he was cokey. He took her down to Chinatown and showed her how to kick the gong around. Hi-de, 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 hi. Hi-de, hi-de-oh. Rip-a-zooty-bat-me-dee-but-welly. Hi-de, hi-de, hi. She had a dream about the Prince of Sweden. He gave her every little thing that she was needing. He gave her a townhouse made of stone and steel, a diamond car with a platinum wheel. Hi-de, hi-de, hi. Hi-de, 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 hi. He gave her his townhouse and his racing horses. Each meal she ate was a dozen courses. He gave her $1 million worth of nickels and dimes. She sat around and counted it 1,000,000 times. Hi-de, 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 hi. Reep-beep-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-doo-da-da-beep. Hi-de, 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 hi. Yeah.
Mr. Marketician on the vocals there. Minnie the Moocher. So tomorrow night we'll come back and we'll play the Mooch for you, okay? That's next. Is that next? Yeah. No kidding. Look at that. Boy, I got to get better reading glasses.
Speaking of which, what? Who are they playing tonight?
They're playing the Red Sox tonight. Yeah. They're going to, yeah, I know they beat them last night. I'm going Sunday. That should be kind of nice. 4-game series. The Orioles, they're still playing, right? Remember, we're in Pennsylvania. We probably have some Phillies fans here. No, oh, good. Love you. Pirates. Oh, we got Pirates fans. Okay, the door is right out there. No. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, we are going to play this next piece, Duke Ellington's "The Mooch," and it will feature Manny Moe and Jack here on the clarinets. They're really terrific clarinet section, really seriously. Don New, Joe Sullivan, and Steve Scheinberg, really terrific reed players, clarinet and saxophone, do just a really terrific job. And this is a piece that Duke Ellington wrote in the 1920s while his band was playing up at, where were they playing? The Cotton Club, that's right. You don't need to take the test. Not at the Elks Lodge. They had the classy joints. So here we go with Duke Ellington's "The Mooch." All right, Steve, Joe, and Don on the clarinets. John Mathis on the trumpet back there. Also point out Don New on the alto saxophone. Great little solo there. Very nice. Thank you. The Mooch. Well, we're coming up to the end of our program. We really appreciate you being here. And we want to thank Monty over there for inviting us. And he said, boy, have I got a deal for you. And so really, thank you for having us. And we really enjoyed playing here. This is a really terrific space to perform. So we'll be back here every night next week. I promise. It really is nice. Yeah. If you applaud real loud, maybe we'll play an encore. Since it is baseball season, of course, and we're getting towards the end, we're now getting into that final run before the playoffs and then the World Series. Last one was 1983. I'm waiting. My first one was in 1966, where I was, man. I think this is the year. So anyway, baseball, of course, has had its own theme song for so many years, and I figured we needed to do one. And it was written in 1918 or 1919, and is, of course, written as a waltz. And everybody knows, take me out to the ball game. And I was searching for a jazz band arrangement. Certainly somebody in the 1920s had recorded it, and the answer is no one really did, because it really didn't catch on until the 1930s and 40s, and always played as a waltz. So I said, okay, I'm going to use my arranging skills, such as they are, and turn it into a jazz piece. So sit back and listen to what Take Me Out to the Ball Game would sound like if it were performed by a 1920s band, like you're about to hear. Okay, here it is. Take Me Out to the Ball Game for all you great baseball fans out there. I hope it's a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, strike 2. 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. For them Orioles, if they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let me tell you now, the old ball game. All right, little Take Me Out to the Ball Game. The Hotel Paradise Orchestra. Oh, thank you. Janet Paulson, our vocalist. You want to hear one more number? Oh, yeah, we got one number left for you to play. You all have it. Oh, good. It is the right one. Yeah, this is a fun number, 1920s. Since we started with the 20s, we'll end with the 20s again. Not straying too far. Um, this is a great little tune called Keep Your Sunny Side Up. Terrific words, and we're going to invite, I think Mark's going to come up and sing the song for you somewhere in the middle. But really enjoy it, and then we're going to head for the hills back to Baltimore. So thank you for inviting us. We are the Hotel Paradise Orchestra. And remember, keep your sunny side up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Start a baseball team, they make money, you know. Keep your funny side up, keep it up, hide the side that gets blue. Please do stand up on your legs, be like 2 fried eggs, keep your sunny side up.
Thank you so much for coming.